working the graveyard shift at a gas station off a lonely highway in Virginia. It makes the nights feel endless. After 2 a.m., the whole world just goes dead silent. I usually just sat behind the counter watching movies on my laptop to kill the time. One night, the fog was so thick you couldn't see 10 feet in front of you. Suddenly, high beams cut through the glass front. I pulled back the curtain and saw this beat-up gray van sitting right at the pump. But here's the thing, the engine stayed running, the lights stayed on, and nobody got out. 10 minutes passed like that. I started getting this heavy, sinking feeling in my gut. I figured maybe the driver had just passed out at the wheel. When someone's watching you in the middle of nowhere for no reason, do you really think you're safe? To find out how this psychological nightmare ends, hit that subscribe button right now, because the real danger is standing right outside your door. Finally, I heard the van door creak open. This tall guy stepped out wearing a tattered overcoat that looked like it had seen better decades. He didn't even look at the pumps. He walked straight to the glass front. He didn't come in at first. He just stood there on the other side of the glass, staring at me with these hollow, empty eyes. I gestured for him to come inside. He walked slow, and when the door chime rang, it sounded more like a warning bell. He didn't buy anything. He just headed straight for the dark corner at the back of the store. I called out, "Sir, can I help you?" Nothing, just the sound of something scratching against the shelves. Suddenly, he stepped back into the light. He held the scrap of an old newspaper in his hand. He didn't say a word, just slapped it down on the counter and walked out. I picked it up and my heart stopped. It was a missing persons report from 10 years ago, and the face in the photo was identical to mine. I looked out the window, terrified. The man was leaning his forehead against the passenger side window of the van, staring at me and laughing like a maniac. I scrambled to lock the main entrance. He jumped out of the van and started slamming against the door with everything he had. One hand was buried in his coat pocket, like he was waiting to pull something sharp. I dialed 911 with shaking hands. 10 minutes before the cops showed up, the van screeched out of the lot and vanished into the fog. The next day, we checked the security footage, and what we saw made me want to quit on the spot. When the guy was in the back corner, he'd used a piece of charcoal to write my name on the wall, formatted exactly like a name on a tombstone. I still don't know who he was or why he had a 10-year-old clip of a guy who looked just like me. Did this story take away your comfort of being alone at night? Let me know in the comments. Has a stranger ever recognized you in a way that left you looking over your shoulder? Share your stories with us. What kind of pure psychological horror or highway gas station mysteries should I cover next? If you liked this video, share it with your friends. Thanks for watching until the very end. Stay subscribed for the next mystery. And hey, before you go to sleep tonight, check your windows. Is there a gray van parked under the streetlight staring back at you? Be careful. The past doesn't always stay buried.